It's very amazing to be here. I'm here to primarily help facilitate meaningful youth engagement at the Africa Climate Week. In our continent, we are the youngest continent in the world, and coming from the global south, at global events, especially at international climate negotiations, especially the COPs, you find limited number of African young people participating in negotiations and in events. So here, I'm helping to ensure there is meaningful and sufficient youth engagement at all sessions, high level, side events, and other ones. Really, I know there's a lot of focus on the NDCs, there's a lot of focus on getting African governments working. I'm not sure I'm really expectant of really heavy outcomes, but at least I'm expecting there will be a new wave of understanding, a new wave of inspiration, of countries trying to do things from what they've learned here. I really expect that there will be improved youth participation in our processes across the continent, even in international negotiations also from what we have here. I mean, we have quite a decent number of youth participation here, but I expect that we'll have more in other processes going forward. Well, for Africa, I would say not necessarily a leader, but doing their bit. Of course, you know, we don't contribute more than 4% of global emissions, so we necessarily should not, in the context of negotiations, be making too much expenses and the rest of them. That's why we have things like the GCIC, the Green Climate Fund, where people have to support the continent to be able to transit in a green way. But be that as it may, Africa has also been a leader in some areas, especially in energy transition. For example, countries like Morocco have done gigantic solar projects that are powering communities, and also East Africa, there are massive efforts in that regard. And Africa is also showing some commitments in afforestation, especially by providing land. But one thing African governments are falling short of is that they leave the whole job or the entirety of the job on climate action to international donors or development partners. You hardly find governments investing in climate action. They want to invest, but with the funding from outside, with external funding. They don't want to commit their national budget into this, and that is an area we have to find improvement. But be that as it may, I think it's in the balance, fair so far.